Hi, my name's Nadia Bokody and I'm a sex columnist, YouTuber, and ASTROGLIDE's official ambassador. And today I want to share with you my top 3 tips for getting a woman to climax. So whether you're a woman yourself or you are the partner of a woman, you're unfortunately probably familiar with the fact that during partnered sex, women tend to experience a little bit more difficulty getting to climax than men do. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that while heterosexual men tend to orgasm roughly 91% of the time during partnered sex, for women, that number is just 64%. So how do we close the orgasm gap? Well, I've got good news for you. These 3 simple hacks are going to make a big difference in helping your female partner get to climax each and every time. Research indicates that men tend to experience arousal reactively, and that essentially means that when a guy sees a sexually attractive partner get naked, he gets turned on. But for women, arousal tends to be something that happens contextually. And what that means is all of the factors surrounding sex in our environment and in the lead up to sex impact how turned on we're able to get. Things like whether we had a stressful day at work, whether we've recently had an argument with our partner, if we feel comfortable and attractive in our body, even the temperature of the room, all of these things can influence whether or not we're able to get in the mood. So the best thing that you can do as the partner of a woman is to slow things down so that she has time to relax and get out of her head. And one of my favorite ways to do that is by something I like to call clothes on foreplay. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Foreplay with your clothes on. Remember when you were teenagers and you used to just make out and touch over the clothes for hours sometimes? Go back to that. Not only will it reignite some fun and novelty, but it can spark intense arousal in your female partner by creating a sense of anticipation and by giving her the time she needs to adequately relax and get out of her head. Unfortunately, it really doesn't matter how turned on a woman is or how attentive and incredible of a lover you are. If she is not adequately lubricated, her chances of reaching climax dramatically decline. And that's because when there's not enough lubrication during sex, the friction of intercourse can lead to discomfort and even pain. Now, there's this idea that when a woman is aroused, she just naturally gets wet. And this simply isn't true. It's completely possible for a woman to feel very turned on and not be adequately lubricated. That's because factors like where she is in her menstrual cycle, some types of medication, including the birth control pill, things like stress, illness, even menopause and the aging process, all of these things can impact how naturally lubricated a woman is able to get. So the best thing you can do as the partner of a woman is to simply keep a bottle of personal lubricant handy at all times in your bedside table and reach for it as soon as the two of you start getting intimate. Not only will it take the pressure off her to naturally get wet, because let's face it, women aren't human waterfalls and we can't always get wet on cue, but it's going to make everything feel smoother and more comfortable. And ASTROGLIDE have a great range of personal lubricants to choose from, including water-based, which is a really good starting point if you're new to using personal lubricant because it most closely resembles a woman's natural lubrication. Or there's also silicone-based, which can feel a lot smoother and silkier to touch and therefore a lot more luxurious, and even oil-based, which can also double as a massage oil that you can integrate into your foreplay. Just remember that oil-based lubricants are not condom compatible, and no matter what lubricant you're using, you should always check the label first to ensure that it is condom compatible. It's estimated roughly 2/3 of women require sustained, direct clitoral stimulation in order to reach climax. And more often than not, regular penetrative penis in vagina sex does not include a lot of clitoral stimulation. So the best thing that you can do in order to increase her chances of getting to orgasm is to invite her clitoris to the party. And a great way to do that is to manually stimulate it with your fingers or invite her to do it with her fingers, which can also be super sexy to watch. Another great way to stimulate her clitoris and put her at the best chance possible of getting to that big O is by integrating a small handheld clitoral vibrator. Vibrators help to increase blood flow to the clitoris, which is going to help it to get swollen and engorged just like a woman's clitoris does right before she orgasms. So she can really be in the best position to get to O-Town. Now, whether you use fingers or a vibrator, just make sure you always include a small amount of personal lubricant when you are stimulating the clitoris. And this is because the clitoris has around 8,000 nerve endings in it. So it is very sensitive and too much friction can be really uncomfortable. Personal lubricant is going to reduce the friction so that she can simply lie back, enjoy the sensations, and wait for that big O. Hopefully my tips are going to help you go forth and have better, wetter, more orgasmic sex. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.